Dear Tombstone, today was just a splendid day. We were heading to the north, and there you can't go unprepared. And this led us to a very peculiar man. His name was Mr. Mulligan, who really wasn't a fan of small people. Despite of that, we received the by far coolest item I have ever seen. Astro got the most fashionable cloak in all of Asteria. Then Charles got a sword with his dad in it. And then we got a rock of teleportation, which probably will be handy at some point. We then traveled towards the north, but we were stopped by a large canyon. This canyon could only be passed by riding some large scorpions. Now that is cool. Unfortunately, all the scorpions were rented out. But you know what they say, when one door closes, another one opens. And oh, do I have some exciting news for you. But not yet. The scorpion guy, Mr. Frugal, pointed us in the direction of the people who had rented them, which seemed to be the Twilight Conclave. And obviously, we had to find them so we could get to the north. We found them at a ruin where we met Nicholas, a very talkative archaeologist, and then his very shady boss, Malakar, who seemed to be a real know-it-all. But guess what? He was strict to believe we came from the very known inspection company. It didn't stop there, because he had all these tiefling workers he weren't treating very well, so I had to do something. I started a union. So now I'm a union representative, and these tieflings will have a much better life. I do have to end it here, because my arm is really tired from carving all of this in stone.
Welcome to Lost in Asteria, a D&D podcast with a serious story about silly people. My name is Vilas, your DM, and I'd like to introduce you to the players of the game.
Hi, my name is Mikkel, and I'm playing the character, Rhesus Plus, the now unionizing tiefling necromancer who just wants equal pay for his people.
Hi, my name is Morten, and I play the union secretary / corpse-stealing monk named Silas Hirodo.
Hey guys, my name is Simon and I'm playing Charles of Stonehaven, a human fighter working as an inspector in the day, trying his best to win his father's approval by night.
Hi, I'm Anna. I play Arikas, a bratty, snarky half-elf rogue who should probably be working on her attitude.
Hi, my name is Chris, and I'm the Zodiac Master.
Hi, I'm Chung. I play Galdrick Gullibly, an exiled human cleric, working as an associate assistant for the Tiefling Union.
Now that was everyone, and let's get right into the story. Right, so we just started a union, and the guy you're talking to, he says, he's like, I'll go and I'll spread the word. And you see quickly, he sort of like just drops his working tools, and he's like, just throws it away and goes over to speak to some people very enthusiastically.
Hey, look at Silas. Sorry, I got carried away.
It works.
Malakar comes over and he's like, wow, they, what did you say?
Are you part of the union? I don't think so.
We have a client agreement.
Client tiefling confidentiality.
I see. But everything's okay, right? Like, we can work something out?
Yes, definitely. If you give them 3 meals a day, 2 breaks, hard hats, and a night's sleep, and a salary.
Salary? Oh, god damn. How much do I need to pay them?
That is not in the union.
Oh, I can decide that.
Yes.
Oh.
That is a very big flaw in the union.
It's not the best of unions. There's been better unions.
There's been a lot of better unions.
Maybe we should work on that.
Yes. We are known for being a very shit union.
But we are a union.
Okay, so
we are united.
At this point, I guess you would see on the other side of the pond, you see the other group walking around with Nicholas. And Nicholas quickly falls into his routine. Yeah, so you see that these carvings on the wall definitely is clear indications of Phoebe and not Apollo's temple, which a lot of people believe, but it's actually Phoebe who have the control about the temple. So this is like a big confusion, and we can finally figure this out, and this is so great.
Are you only digging the temple up, or are you looking for something else?
He stops for a second. We are here for the temple.
But if it's only the temple, then I think we need to, stop right now.
To shut it down, unless, like...
Okay, roll deception. I would say that you both roll, because I kind of count it as a help action. So both roll, and we'll see who get the highest.
17.
I got a nat 1.
A nat 1. Well, luckily it's advantage. It will take the higher one. So it's like, oh, geez. So unless we are looking for something else, well, we sort of are, but we can't find it.
Well, what is it?
Well, yeah, this is okay. So this is sort of the upper part of the temple, but there's sort of a lower ground level that we're trying to gain access to, which is where the priesthood was supposed to gather and have meetings. And that's sort of where the valuable stuff was. Are you well read, as you say?
Well, you have to go to the university to be part of this inspection group, so...
So you're all academically trained
All of us.
in the arts of science and logic.
Yes.
Oh,
You know what? Ask my colleague about stars. He is expert in stars.
Ericas, what do you know about stars?
Not that colleague.
No, not
Why
okay.
would you assume it's a woman?
Well, you said your colleague.
Well, I have multiple colleagues.
So sorry. I immediately withdraw that statement.
Mr. Nicholas, it's me, Astrolin.
Yes.
I'm the one who has a PhD in stars and zodiac signs.
If you know a lot about stars, I do have this. Are you familiar? Well, you're all scholars. I'm sure you're familiar with Aeschylus' writing. Yes?
Yes, of course we are.
Of course, yeah. Aeschylus, the great writer who is famous for his stories about the gods and their life and their dramas. He have all this great knowledge about the Titan, Phoebe and such, but he always fills all his books with riddles. And I have no idea how to get through it. Like, there's some riddles that I think they will tell me where the entrance to the temple is, but I can't figure it out. So he hands you the book to look into, and when the second you hold the book, you see that it's extremely old. It's kind of flawed, and a lot of pages are missing and ripped out. So clearly this book has been around for hundreds of years, maybe even more. And you find a small passage in the book, but you have quite some difficulty reading it. It's in a language you're not too familiar with. Is there anyone who can read Celestial?
Yes, I can.
You do read Celestial?
Yes.
Okay. You can read it, but it's still difficult because it's sort of like English from a very old book. It would be like old English. It would be kind of difficult to read by today's standards of the language. So, but you can sort of get the gist of it. And what you sort of see is that it says something like, when Phoebe and Themis align, where the bow meets the eye of Orion, there you will find the entrance to Phoebe's temple. So he says, like, does it make any sense to you? Like,
Yes, Orion is a star sign.
oh,
A star picture.
oh,
I know a lot about stars.
I see.
I don't know about Themis.
Interesting. Do religion roll. So try to do a religion roll to see, because you do read it very well, but like, how much do you know about this? I think it's fair to say that you get advantage or any Zodiac related rolls.
7.
What?
Advantage?
Advantage.
9.
God damn it.
But Astro, isn't there a bow in one of the star pictures?
Oh yes, there is. You're right, Charles.
So you're sort of wandering around that maybe there's a bow there. You don't really know. Themis. Phoebe you recognize, but you don't know what they mean by when Phoebe and Themis align. That's sort of unclear. But you do remember, yes, that there is a bow in the Orion constellation, and it could have something to do with that. So how much of it do you tell Nicholas?
Everything.
Everything. So you like you said, Charles, like, oh, isn't there a bow there? And he goes, oh, okay. So maybe the stars need to align in a certain way to kind of show the entrance to the temple. Oh, this is very good. You must stick around. Like, I need some fine, educated people like you to discuss this with, because like, between us, Malachi, he's just so focused on getting it done. So instead of stopping thinking, he just hired a lot of people in Scorpions who dig in random places. Like, he's completely ignorant to the arts of science and research.
We actually have those in Havenspire as well. They're called project managers.
Thank you for listening so far. If you enjoy the podcast, you can find us on Instagram under Lost in Asteria. There you can get a closer look at the cast and the character they play. But for now, I hope you enjoy it, and let's get back into the story. So at this point, I would say that the two groups are meeting at the other end of the pond after like a slow walk around the small watery area. And you meet again on the other side, and Nicholas is, hi Malachi, and Malachi he's nodding and saying, I'm hoping that you found in the pouch what you were looking for.
Somehow it's like I can find most of the permits you need, but some still missing, especially with like these, what did you say, Charles, about the water? I mean, that's really a big
that's
deal.
A protected resource.
Yeah,
And
protected resource.
we take those very seriously here.
Yeah.
Maybe I forgot some of the papers. Takes out a new, smaller pouch. He's like, maybe you'll find it in here.
Oh, you know what? This was probably
So,
what we were looking for.
In this temple here, if you find any treasure, what are you going to do with it?
That would be of the property of the Twilight Conclave, since they funded most of this expedition.
Well, you have to pay taxes on it, right?
Yeah, of course. That's the whole thing about the conclaves, that they gather the taxes. So yes, of course, we have to pay taxes of any valuables that we find.
And that's, of course, on the tax report on this year, that there could be multiple treasures found.
Wait, there has to be on the report before we find it?
Well, when you go for a dig, you tell how much treasure you expect to find, so we can send out tax inspectors.
This podcast is so focused on unions and tax reforms. Like, I don't know if anyone is still listening.
It's about sending a message.
This is no longer a D&D podcast.
Do your taxes, unionize.
Do your paperwork.
Yeah, what a great and wonderful, magical D&D podcast this is.
Are all the tieflings in like one big group by now? Like going union.
Okay, so I think at this point, time period-wise, there's only been like a half an hour, roughly, since the last thing. But you have seen the work has become more and more less effective, and the noise of the digging and hitting on the rocks have sort of damped down over the last 30 minutes.
So guys, how did it go with Malaka?
We kind of forgot, and we might have started a riot.
And they wanted to give us the scorpions as well.
But it's not their scorpions.
We found
Doesn't
a way.
matter. Yeah.
Apparently, they have a toxic work environment, so...
So you actually did unionize them?
Yes.
Yes.
And we did damn well.
Okay, but what we found out is that they're digging for a lot of treasure underneath the temple, and there's some kind of riddle that we are trying to figure out with some star signs.
So, like, ideally, we would get the treasure, get the Scorpios, get out,
Before it turns bad.
right?
Yeah. Great job,
And
guys.
don't drink the wine. Just, like, stick to...
Why is
I
it
don't,
mint wine?
No, but this guy, I don't... He's like Twilight Conclave. I just trust me, don't drink the wine.
I'm
I
definitely
don't
gonna drink
trust
from
the
the
wine.
pond.
Okay, that's... Well, I don't know what to say.
I'm gonna smell it before I drink it.
The water, if you go down to investigate it, is quite dense. It's quite salty.
I'm gonna drink from it and I'm gonna spit it out. I don't understand. I thought it would be good.
It's the first time you see salt water.
Salt water?
Never mind. This group is weird. I mean, never seen snow and never seen salt water. I don't know what to do.
Have you... Do you know that there's something called the ocean?
No.
Right. That tells me all I need to know.
Usually we had oceans of lava.
So
Also, I have a question. How do you see that it's salt water?
you can smell it.
Checkmate.
That's a good question.
You're so clever.
I thought you were stupid.
Like this. I don't know. I
it's
want to
like,
learn.
Yeah, it's because like
Like the DM said it.
Astroland is really good at Zodiacs, and Charles is great at identifying water at a distance. That's your secret ability. From like 60 feet, you can identify the quality and variety of water that you see.
He has that advantage on all water inspection.
Yeah. Oh, that's... Yeah.
All water-related ability checks, you have advantages.
I'm gonna do that.
While you are discussing here, you see that Astro is fully in like focus. He's not listening to anything. He's concentrating on something else, a problem right in front of him. Can you do a sort of perception check for me?
Since it's due
Perception
to star
check
signs, should it
equals
be
9.
advantage or?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try one more time then. 7. And
So
the first
9.
one was 9, so 9.
Again?
I think what you mostly would see that there's sort of a line showing where the bow or maybe shield of Orion, depending on how you look at it.
I think I know it now, guys. It's not a bow, it's a shield in the sky. I always thought it was a shield. That's why I couldn't remember it the first time, just so you know. It's not because
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Alright. See if we can follow it.
Yeah.
You can follow it for sure. So if you follow the line, you go to like a part of the wall that seems somewhat unexplored. And as you look at the wall, you see that there's a crack in it.
How big is the crack in the wall?
It's quite large, so you can sort of like reach your hand into it. Maybe especially for you, you would have an easier time putting like your whole arm into it.
Okay.
But for now, it's sort of difficult to like you could definitely not fit like any person in there of any size.
Okay.
I think we found it. I think we found what we're looking for.
What they're looking for.
Yeah, but they don't need to know, do they? Let's see if we can find anything up.
So what do? You see the crack in the wall. You can sort of reach maybe in, but there's no obvious way of doing things.
Stick my hand in it.
Okay. You take your large arm and you try to stick it in. So roll an investigation check.
2.
It's so difficult to say. It feels like just a regular crack in the wall, really, like a lot of stone anywhere, like some sharp edges, but not too bad. Doesn't seem like you can find anything.
This rock seems rock solid.
I think you're maybe doing it too like high up, and I tried to do it the same with mine.
So for you can almost put half of your torso in.
9.
9. It's a bit better. I think what you'll find, the roll is not too hard. It's not a difficult riddle, but I think with a 9 it should be sufficient for you to feel like there's a small lever.
Can I try and pull it?
Yeah, you can pull it. So as you pull the rock, and the cracks moves apart ever so slowly, and as you look into the entrance, you see a long hallway suddenly emerging. Water on the side as well, and some torches lighting up. And at the end of the hallway, you can barely see 2 yellow eyes looking your way from some creature, some 4-legged creature.
Has it seen us?
Yes.
But no words has been spoken so far.
I wave.
You wave?
Yes.
What do you mean you wave?
Like wave with my hand.
Okay.
At the woman or slash something.
Okay. So you hear a voice in your head that says, "Are you followers of Apollo?"
Do we all hear this voice, or is
Yes.
it only the waving guy? Okay.
No, it's all of you. The entity assumed that the waving was on behalf of the group.
Okay.
I think yes.
Oh. Okay, then come in.
Oh. I look back and nod. Thumbs up.
Nice going, Charles.
Good thinking.
When you get closer and closer, your voice suddenly appears in your minds again. If you are from Apollo, or if you are supporters of Apollo, you of course know the answer to the riddle that grants you access to this temple.
Well, of course, we are in the temple, so we have solved the riddle.
I haven't told you the riddle yet.
Oh, is that a new riddle?
Yes. Do you not know who I am?
Yes, you are a supporter of Apollo.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, roll. roll
Is it like a
Is it-
sphinx?
Is it the oracle
Yeah.
thing I was
Yeah.
told about?
It's like a sphinx, exactly.
Move
So-
away, Charles.
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay, Reese's
far.
roll deception.
Ah.
and read the die. What did you roll?
6.
6?
6.
Okay, the voice goes, I'm unsure who I have in my temple.
We are newish followers of Apollo. We haven't had time to read it all. Some of us are very slow readers, so it's gonna take some time.
Oh, well, I am the Sphinx. I am the Oracle of Delphi, Pythia. So, you wander into this temple, this most sacred, most holiest of place for the god of Apollo, and you are new recruits, as you say. Well, it's very simple. I have a riddle for you, I have a test for you, and if you succeed, then I believe that you are strong of heart and deserve to ask the Oracle one question.
Can I ask something just before, like not the question, but just an extra question? It's just, are you the grandparent of Apollo? Are you like hyping your grandchild?
No. I'm not the grandparent of Apollo.
I thought you were like the. Oh no, that's Phoebe.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, it's exactly.
I just
Titan
Pythia,
Phoebe-
Phoebe, kind of similar.
It's.
It says so in the next chapter, I think.
Oh,
She's one of the slow readers. So.
sorry.
We're
sorry.
getting out of hand here.
All right.
There's a riddle. You need to solve it. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Says the Sphinx. High priestess. Okay. Okay. Here's the riddle. What has no voice, but goes on 4 legs in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and 3 in the evening?
So, out of character, I know this.
Well, you could be
Charles.
wrong. You don't know if you know it.
He knows
Well,
it.
I have heard it before. So.
Have you heard all of it before? Because
I haven't
I've
heard about the no voice thing.
No, so I don't think it's what we think it is.
No.
What happens if we get it wrong? Do we just have unlimited guesses?
Well, no. Well, there needs to be a consequence, of course.
But what happens if we get it wrong?
Well, then I will cast you into the lowest part of the temple and you can fight your way out.
Against what?
Against monsters. I'll create some monsters and I'll put them in the temple and you have to fight them.
Okay,
Isn't
so
it-
right now there are no monsters. Because if there are monsters and we're going to have to fight our way in, it doesn't really matter if it's out or in. Like,
I feel like you don't get the concept of this temple, people. Okay, like, I'm the Oracle. Like, I assume you came here so I could, like, grant you wisdom and tell you one truth of the world. Like, that's the price.
oh, cool.
And if you fail, you go to the parts of the temple you don't want to be at.
Right.
Does anyone know?
Yes.
Oh,
I actually think I know it.
do you know it? Or do you just think?
I think Astro knows it. I can whisper it to one of you guys.
I feel like we could like if we say this, we're not giving you the answer, we're just talking. Is that fine?
Can we discuss it before we give you the
Two-legged
answer?
creature.
Okay,
Puddle.
I admit it's been some time since people have came into the temple. Like, honestly, you're the first visitors in like easily 5,000 years. I maybe have forgot a bit my ways. Let's say we find a spokesperson who can answer the question, and then I'll only accept the answer when the person say this is the answer, and then the answer. So who will tell me the answer after you discussed?
Arika or Charles?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I don't want to be cast somewhere. So Charles.
I think we are all getting.
Yeah, Charles.
Well, yeah, but maybe he gets like extra hurt.
Okay.
But we all get punished if we say something wrong.
It's a group effort. You'll all get punished.
Oh,
Okay.
Then I don't care. But okay, so what do you think, Astro?
So I think I've heard it before actually, and I think it's a human because it's from Greek mythology, and that's what I remember somehow.
So 4 legs because it's a baby. 2
Yeah,
legs
and that's why it doesn't have a voice. Has no voice on 4 legs, and it has 2 in the middle of the years where you're young and adult, and then the 3 in the evening is the end of the year where you have I think it's a wand maybe. Cane, yeah.
But what?
But with the
no
part
voice.
with no voice is.
I think that's only supposed to be in the beginning, but I don't know.
I think babies have loud voices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A mute human.
A mute baby. A mute human.
What if the answer is pretty correct, but not what you were thinking when you gave us the riddle.
What is you were wrong? Like, what if your answer is wrong? And
But I asked the riddle. My answer cannot be wrong. Like I defined.
But what if our answer is right, but it's just not what you were
Okay,
thinking?
I have to be. So I know I'm a bit rusty, but I feel like you're not doing your job here.
I think you should write the answer down so you don't change your mind afterwards.
That's such a good idea. You should do that.
Okay, okay.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can you write? I'm sorry, that was
I can
ableist.
definitely write.
or you can say what you want to write to me, and I can write down.
No, okay.
But don't. Do you have the body of a person?
Yes, you can.
But you said
have
it was a
corpses here?
sphinx. Isn't that like
Yeah,
a part lion?
So as you can see, I am part lion with a human woman's face. on
I'm
the
gonna
lion.
write then.
So how are you gonna write?
Well, I can. I have laser vision. I can engrave it. I can, of course, the things have laser vision. I'll engrave it in the wall behind
That's
me,
baller.
and then we'll check it afterwards.
Okay, deal.
Are you gonna use the laser vision now,
normally,
or-
normally goes better than this? Okay.
Normally, you have said you didn't have any visitors.
Yeah,
Well,
but
5,000 years ago.
Have anyone actually answered the riddle correctly?
yes.
Oh,
Is it the same one every
Well,
time?
if no one answered the riddle correctly, then I wouldn't be known as the Oracle of Delphi, right? Then nobody would have heard of me because no one got all the knowledge I have.
Okay, but then is it the same riddle every time?
I sometimes mix it up, but most of the times it's the same.
So maybe it's in a book somewhere. Like surely if someone has been here.
Well, I already closed the door, so you can't go check some book. Like we are in this now.
wait a second.
We didn't hear.
Maybe
those.
Alfred knows. Oh, you don't know Alfred. I'm gonna take my sword of Alfred out. I'm gonna remember to straighten my back and pull up my pants before, so he can be proud of me. I'm gonna take out the sword of Alfred.
Okay, as you pull out the sword, then again you feel this spiritual energy from it, and you hear, "Oh, hello,
Hello, Alfred.
oh,
So-
who are you,
Well, I'm Charles. We've met before,
Charles?
but I have a question for you.
Oh,
What have no voice, but 4 legs in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and 3 in the night or evening?
oh. Okay, so Charles will maybe you roll a let's say a wisdom roll on behalf of Charles.
On behalf of Alfred.
Alfred.
Oh yeah, Alfred. Yeah, you're Charles.
7.
No.
Well, goodbye then.
Can I go back to sleep now?
Yes, of course. I'm gonna put my sword down.
Did he have the answer?
No.
Okay, so have you come up with an answer? I've laser engraved the answer on the wall behind me.
Oh,
Can we see
can
it?
we see it?
Well, obviously not. You have to answer the riddle.
Well,
But
no,
can
we
like,
don't.
Can the character see it?
Could we infer anything based on like head movements or like how long it took
Okay.
Wait, can anyone actually do something like illusion in the corner so the Sphinx looks away and then we can check it?
Sure.
Okay. So what are you gonna
Make
do?
a bonfire.
I can make flames flicker for 1 minute. I can make harmless tremors.
Well, harmless.
I can make a little bit of smell.
Wow, guys, that's useless. But you could make a smell,
Yeah,
did you say?
a
I
small
think
smell.
that's not bad. Like, most people would react to that.
Okay, I will cast Druidcraft, which I've got, and make like the faint odor of skunk appear around the Sphinx's head. And it's just a faint odor. It's not like amazing or anything. It's just a faint odor of skunk.
Okay. Okay. I will just roll on behalf of the Sphinx. Let's say wisdom.
It has plus a million in it.
Okay, so I got a 7. So the Grand Priestess is like, oh God, did you let in a skunk in here? Like, oh my God, like if I'm gonna wait another 5,000 years for the list people, like I don't want a skunk in here. Ah, Jesus. The Sphinx gets up from its plateau and walk over to the corner to see if we can find anything. And so how many of you have dark vision? Because it's not like completely dark in here. There's some torches, but it's sort of dimly lit. Astro, you have?
Yes.
I do as well.
Okay, so Astro and Erikas, you can, on the back of the wall, you can see it says...
I have as well.
You have as well? Okay, so Erikas, Risus, and Astro, you can see on the back of the wall that there's some writing. It's not very well written because it's with laser eyes, so I don't know how good that is for writing. It says humans / elf / gnomes / and then it just ... Says, all right, so the Sphinx come back. It's like, jeez, I couldn't find any skunk. This really sucks. Oh wait, you didn't look on the wall, did you?
What?
Well, I didn't. No, of course not.
No, it's really dark in here.
Yeah, we cannot see. Do you not know how humans work?
I've met plenty of humans. Like, I'm sort of half human, as you can see.
Yes, and can you see in the dark?
I can see pretty well, but I've been here for 5,000 years, and I'm like a demigod. So.
And you have laser vision, so...
I have laser vision as well. It helps a lot.
I cannot see
Okay,
anything.
so
I can as well.
do you have an answer to the riddle?
Charles has to answer it.
This is the answer.
All right.
A humanoid.
Well, let me check the wall.
Wait, you don't know the answer?
No, I know the answer, but I just wanted to double check. Well, that's sort of true. I kind of forgot that in the meantime, other races appeared in the world. It used to be just humans, but that sort of changed, so I had to add a whole list of races. I think I'll change the riddle for another time. Well, you passed. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Woo! This is exciting, I think. So, you came all this way. What do you want to know? You can have one question, and you can know anything, and I'll answer it. No strings attached. But only one question.
One question per person. Of course, right?
Okay. Yes, I will grant you your wish. Yes, one question in total, so not per person. Thank you all for coming. It's been great having you around. It's been nice stretching the legs, so now you'll be banished for Oracle forever. Goodbye. Something.
Do we then just get pushed out? Or?
Yes, suddenly you feel like a strong pulling, and as the walls move away from each other again, and once more you can see out into the night sky, back onto the ruins, that you are pushed out of the ruins. The door closes, and it doesn't seem like the crack that you saw before where you could reach in has disappeared. So you are now outside in the middle of the night. So as you exit the cave, you hear a small noise, like a stone that falls from one of the walls nearby. So as you can see on the map, there are numerous broken down ruined walls standing barely in the area, and you hear some noise from behind one of the walls.
We go check.
Okay, who goes?
I go.
I go.
So as you walk around, the second you walk past the wall, you feel the sharp edge of a sword that sticks into the side of you. As you suddenly look down, bleeding, and see Malakar right in front of you in the night. Everyone roll initiative.
What a cunt.
Big move.
Thank you for listening to Lost in Asteria, the D&D podcast with a serious story about the silly people. You know them, you love them. All the music that you heard in this podcast is produced by a guy called Ian from Tabletop RPG Music. Check out their Patreon, it's amazing music for Dungeons & Dragons. See you all in 2 weeks.